definitely sounds open confident. He's out here disrespecting legends like Dustin Poirier. I'm gonna dog walk this English fuck on Saturday.
All right, I love this energy from Justin, and I hope he has the performance to back it up, and he ends this hype train or this super quote unquote superstar that's being forced down our throats.
Song said you hadn't talked to him since. Have you had the chance to talk to him backstage after that face-off?
No.
I mean, could Sean O'Malley be even more boring? He's always saying that he's a superstar. He believes he could be a bigger superstar than Conor McGregor. But he has no personality or charisma. I mean, nowhere near Conor, and just not even comparing to anybody else. Just listening to him talk is as bad as like listening to myself talk right now in this very moment. Like it doesn't send shivers down your spine. It doesn't get you hyped up. He's just trying to like talk it into existence, which is not going to happen. I mean, especially with the performances he's been having lately. I mean, it'd be one thing if he was going out there KOing every single person, but he doesn't do that. Like, he goes out there and has mediocre fights, sometimes robs decisions over his opponents, and then and when we hear him talk outside of the cage, he's just like, oh, yeah, I'm going to be a superstar. Oh, I'm going to be bigger than Conor McGregor. Like, just saying it is not going to make it happen. You're not going to manifest it just by doing that. And that's another reason why he probably highlights his hair, is to make up for the lack of charisma.
一切期间下这场比赛，whatever he talk or he does.
Why is it getting booed?
Yeah, I know. Justin, a lot of people picked up on your comments about pay and everything.
I'm here to talk about fighting.
All right, there you go.
Okay. Kind of seems like Justin got a little talking to. And he was obviously very willing to talk about it in interviews and share it with the public. But now when he's in front of Dana himself, he doesn't want to address it. Either he's being a little... I don't really want to use the word cowardly because, I mean, he is a professional fighter. But not standing on all 10 toes. Not, I mean, whatever you want to call it. It's kind of strange. So perhaps he was told not to say anything anymore. And Dana does not look very happy.
What's the question?
Some fighters have said that the rankings don't seem to matter anymore as far as getting a title shot. Does that sentiment concern you?
No.
Oh my goodness. Whenever he gets asked a question that he does not like, he always does that fake little, like, what? Like he didn't hear. But I'm pretty sure he's just doing that to buy himself some time and make the reporter repeat himself while he thinks of his answer. And then we heard his answer. It was no. I mean, how boring is that? I mean, obviously, the reporter's question is a valid question, but Dana just doesn't want to address it. But fighters are right. The rankings don't matter anymore. And you don't need to wait for your boss to publicly state that. You just need to accept it as a fact and do what you need to do outside the cage. You know, like what Armand has been doing and going on a little like press tour, going on everybody's channel and streams, and what's the word? You know, I don't know, getting views, getting attention. That's what the fighters need to focus on. Get attention however you can. Maybe starting some beefs outside of the cage. And get some social media traction. And that's probably going to be your best way to, you know, getting to the top. Just like Paddy Pimblett himself, you know.
Voorgaande chirurgie.
Hey, Lazax.
Fuck.
I got a hate-love relationship with John Silva. I mean, I like his fights for the most part. It's very exciting and explosive, and fights pretty quickly and in spectacular fashion a lot of times. But he's also a little bit cringy at times, like right now, and I did enjoy the crowd not really reacting to his little barking. Jeez. How boring is Arnold Allen? I mean, it's kind of crazy that he doesn't take this opportunity to promote himself, get some hype, get some screen time. All these short answers, just letting John Silva soak up all the attention. And this is kind of is just reinforcing the thought that John Silva is going to win this fight. And yeah, I can appreciate John Silva for at least attempting. Even if some moments are a little cringe, at least he's attempting to. He has some good attempts to entertain us, talk some trash.
I know you said in this era things would be going up. What kind of bonuses is everyone fighting for on Saturday?
Yeah. I don't have that number right now. I don't have that number right now.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, I don't have it right now.
Se o dano aumentar o bônus, ele vai ver dois autistas se quebrando de verdade.
There Dana goes again, just dodging a question, acting like he doesn't know. Derek Lewis is funny though. But I think they did that for UFC 300, where someone suggested 300,000, and then they did the $300,000 bonuses, I believe. But I don't think Dana's gonna fall for that again. And it's gonna be interesting to see, you know, what the actual bonuses are after the fight, and to see if they actually are changed in any sort of way. Now, she's quite pretty, unlike her opponent, Rose Namajunas. And I'm glad that this girl does not shave off all her hair. And I know Rose probably wouldn't like to hear this, but I'm pretty certain that if she had kept her hair all these years and used her beauty in combination with her fighting skills, she would have gotten a lot more favors from the UFC and gotten a lot more attention from fans and media. right? I mean, we don't really hear much. What, when Tracy Cortez cut her hair off, or part of her hair off to make weight, you know, she made this big deal about it. And, but, you know, we don't really hear people giving Rose any sort of praise for herself having a buzz cut. So I'm genuinely curious why. I know I saw a video one time saying that she does it because it gets in the way when she's fighting. But what about all these other girls who are fighting with their hair? You know, they tie it up or whatnot. So that was definitely a miscalculation. It was a poor decision. Whoever made that, if it was her or her husband.
And last one, your manager said he would like to see you fight Conor McGregor at the White House. I'm only focused on Paddy Pimblett, January 24th.
This is definitely you drop the ball kind of moment. I mean, when somebody asks you a question about Conor McGregor and if you would like to fight him, you take that moment to talk some trash, talk yourself into the fight, just like Nick Diaz did. If you don't know, well, now you know that Justin Gaethje has been a pretty vocal person about his dislike for Conor McGregor, so I'm guessing that's why he chose to kind of brush it off, like he doesn't care, he'll just fight whoever on the card. But, I mean, I feel like that was kind of a moment he could have taken to get that fight. I mean, why wouldn't you? You don't like the guy, so don't you want to beat him up? And also, you complain about not getting paid enough money, that your 14 bonuses don't reach up to $1 million, and you haven't had the chance to put that money to good use to, you know, I guess better your life or whatever you're getting at. So that's another reason you would want a fight with Conor McGregor, but there you go, not making a very smart decision with the mic when you have all the attention and the microphone and the lights. But I guess you're not the smartest guy.
To know if Son beats Sean on Saturday, does he get the chance to fight for title?
I don't know. We'll see.
All right. Well, I mean, here you heard Dana's response to if Saddam will get a title shot off this win off O'Malley. And he says he's not sure. Kind of sounded like a no to me. But wouldn't it be hilarious and kind of ironic and sad for Saddam if Sean O'Malley himself got a title shot off this win, which I could very definitely see happening. So we're going to have to clip this moment and, wait to see what happens. I used to also think that, they built a PI in China, a UFC PI. And a lot of times when I saw, Chinese fighters on the cards, I would think they're favored to win, might get the nod and such. But, in general, I don't really take that into account anymore when I pick who's going to win a certain fight. And I don't really think that's going to come into play on this card.
I would say that if he wants to be on the White House card, he'll be on it. So if he does come to you after this fight saying he wants to be on it, will you fulfill his wish?
If what?
If Derek Lewis comes to you after this fight saying he wants to be on it.
I mean, if you needed any sort of proof about what I said earlier, that Dana White just goes, what? To buy himself time to think of an answer. He just did it again right there. And then when the guy went to repeat his question, he didn't even get to the meat of the question. So there's no way for Dana to to have heard the question the second time, like, and he's already answering. Like, he clearly heard the question the first time because it wasn't even completely repeated the second time.
For the title.
Cállate, puto. Madre. Cállate. Chingo tu madre.
I mean, just with that moment alone, I mean, Derek Lewis kind of taking over the press conference. And sad to say, I feel like that was the highlight of this press conference so far. I mean, Derek Lewis with his classic, like, one-liners. I mean, I feel sorry for myself and anybody else included who is kind of wasting their time watching this press conference so far. But thankfully, there's only like 10 minutes left.
He's asking you why Armin's trying to be like me, going around eating food, and it's because he's got no personality and he's a little nit.
I haven't seen it. I don't know anything about it. Try though. All right.
I mean, there he goes again, saying what, huh? And I mean, if it's a real problem that he has, being able to hear people the first time they ask him something over and over, like just having that same problem, shouldn't he use some of those billions of dollars he has to buy a hearing aid or something? Because it's, you know, it's kind of getting old. And also, I don't know whether to believe if he is not aware of Armin's little media blitz, or whatever you call it. But it also, at the same time, wouldn't surprise me if he's not up to date on the happenings and doings of one of his top fighters. So, but thank goodness it's finally coming to an end and we can just get to the face-offs.
We're gonna rip this stuff out of here and square these guys off.